My mama, if you see some paperwork, my mama, I do whatever y'all tell me to do. Cause my eyebrows, mustache, hair, I throw my chains in the river and jump in and if Shiesty snitch. Go on, take one to the. I ain't got no rat.
To Pooh Shiesty, who looked like he's absolutely chilling in jail. My boy got a little Richard Millie, you know what I mean? Got the haircut all right, you know what I mean?
They be playing Fortnite Mobile.
In jail? Oh, he got the Timbs on. They look fresh as well. Yo, this so chilling in prison. He got 2 watches. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 watches, not even one.
The town of Bay Harbor Island says you're wanted with a
He's also charged with armed robbery, battery in their affidavit, saying the 2 left the state in a private.
Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest warrant. It was issued June 3rd. It's charging you. You have 2 attorneys here, or is it? I'm sorry, 2 attorneys in the state. Go ahead. You want to announce again?
Brad Cohen and Sam Zegny for the defendant.
Have you had a chance to review the arrest warrant?
Yes, Judge, we have.
Memphis rapper Bai was reportedly seen shouting inside a courtroom after the announcement of his release date, according to a recent report. The report mentioned, and I quote, "Expect a court hearing for Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty soon, with his release scheduled based on good behavior." It goes on to state that several factors are contributing to his early release, including the details of his initial arrest. At that time, Shiesty made a proffered deal with the feds, a move that some rappers criticized as snitching. We even saw Big 30 stepping in to defend Shiesty over this. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates and interviews.
My mama, if you see some paperwork, my mama, I do whatever y'all tell me to do. Cause my eyebrows, mustache, hair, I throw my chains in the river and jump in and if Shiesty snitch. Go on, take one to the. I ain't got no rat.
As other rappers called him out for snitching, Shiesty responded from his jail cell. However, to fully understand the message he sent and the details of his release date, we first need to look into how Shiesty allegedly cooperated with authorities. According to academics, Shiesty's current situation in jail is actually typical for someone facing the charges he's dealing with.
To Pooh Shiesty, who looked like he's absolutely chilling in jail. My boy got a little Richard Millie, you know what I mean? Got the haircut all right. You know what I mean?
They be playing Fortnite Mobile.
In jail? Oh, he got the Timbs on. They look fresh as well. Yo, this so chilling in prison. He got 2 watches. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 watches, not even one.
The original crime report begins with Shiesty and his friend setting up a meeting to buy high-end sneakers along with narcotics in a parking lot. Shiesty is seen arriving in a bright green McLaren, waiting for the seller's arrival. While they're waiting, Shiesty and his friend hatch a plan to steal the items instead of paying for them with money. Once the sellers arrive, the main seller hands Shiesty the sneakers, and Shiesty can be seen inspecting them, doing a legit check. While he's occupied with the shoes, his friend sneaks around the vehicle, positioning himself for what's about to happen. As Shiesty starts negotiating the price for the shoes, a small argument breaks out, which quickly escalates. At this point, Shiesty pulls a firearm from his waistband. As he reaches for his gun, the 2 sellers attempt to run, ducking behind their own vehicle, but they're not fast enough. Shiesty opens fire, hitting one of them in the backside and the other in the hip. While Shiesty is dealing with the sellers, his friend starts taking items from the seller's trunk, grabbing all the goods, and then running back to the McLaren. Meanwhile, Shiesty makes sure the job's done before heading to the driver's side of the car. He opens the McLaren door, which features butterfly doors that open upward. As the door lifts, a Louis Vuitton bag falls out of the side pocket onto the ground. Shiesty doesn't notice and drives off immediately. Inside the bag was $4,991 in cash, which later played a significant role in the evidence against him. Shiesty heads straight to the nearest Miami airport, rents a private jet, and flies out of the city. However, in the days that followed, Shiesty was arrested.
The town of Bay Harbor Island says you're wanted with a
He's also charged with armed robbery, battery in their affidavit, saying the two left the state in a private...
After being booked into jail, Shy was quickly bailed out for $30,000 by his record label, Gucci Mane. However, just a few months after being released on bond, Shy was officially arrested for this crime.
Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest warrant. It was issued June 3rd. It's charging you. You have two attorneys here, or is it? I'm sorry, two attorneys in the state. Go ahead. You want to announce again?
Brad Cohen and Sam Zegny for the defendant.
All right. Have you had a chance to review the arrest warrant?
Yes, Judge, we have.
After the trial and the proffer deal Shy made, DJ Academics tweeted that Shy was sentenced to 63 months in prison, although he had originally been facing 8 years. A couple of years later, after staying relatively low-key in jail, Academics recently revealed that Shy is close to being released.
However, it looked like he's, taking responsibility of whatever happened and doing his time, not crying. Clearly trying to let people know he's straight. And I do think when he comes back out, granted, as long as it's not like too far from now, if he comes back in a year, he's good. I still think even within 2 years.
63 months for firearm charges and robbery is incredibly low, and there's one key reason for that. It's due to the proffer deal Shy made with the feds. A proffer deal is when a criminal provides detailed information about the offense to the authorities in exchange for immunity, or in Shy's case, a reduced sentence. Shy used this deal to have what could have been a life sentence in prison reduced to just 63 months. Now, rappers are calling out Shy for allegedly snitching, accusing him of giving up information on the case and the people involved. While it does seem like Shy cooperated, in reality, he only snitched on himself. The judge had Shy outline all the details of the crime he committed, admitting to the mistakes he made. Some of those mistakes were written by Shy himself, including the fact that he committed the armed robbery right next to a police station. The footage you're seeing here was captured by the police station's cameras. When gunshots were heard in the area, several police cars quickly arrived at the scene. Since law enforcement knew the exact location of the robbery, it didn't take long for them to review the surveillance footage from across the street. The police were also the ones who retrieved the Louis Vuitton bag that had been left on the ground. Inside, they found $4,910 in cash. The feds used the photos of the money strewn across Shy's body, zooming in on the serial numbers on the bills. Through some quick police work, they realized that the serial numbers on the cash in the Louis Vuitton bag matched those in the photos, providing nearly irrefutable proof that the bag belonged to Shy. The second mistake Shy made was posting a selfie with the bright green McLaren he used in the robbery on the very same day. Before committing the crime, Shy had a quick photo shoot with the McLaren sports car, then went straight to the parking lot to carry out the armed robbery. Just hours later, he posted selfies on Instagram, including one in the McLaren, and even shared photos of himself renting a private jet to fly out of Miami, all within a 5-hour span. By posting those photos, he basically handed over the perfect evidence to the authorities. It wasn't even a full year later that, while still in prison, Shy's team released a music video titled Gone Mia, showcasing the same bright green McLaren. Despite all this, rappers continued to label Shy a snitch, tarnishing his reputation in the game. This eventually led to Shy sending out a message from jail, calling out his enemies and disrespecting them. King Shy tapping in from the middle of the penitentiary, aka a bad place where they say, "I can't go jailing, no telling, I still remain untouched. Millions still in double digits, tell Google to fix my net worth, cause we could verify it right now. I'm locked up, but I'm not messed up. I was 21, up 8 figures, Jay-Z can't even relate to my money, tripled my followers, stopped playing with my name before I buy one of you on sale. You guys aren't anything I put on for this CG stuff every day, twice on Sundays. I'm still the same from Tokyo to Tennessee, ain't going to go fed, cause ain't getting scared, no one's never play with me. Free or in jail, I'm still the man of Memphis. Still the king, no matter what jungle, slick, almost had the same man, just a little more powerful." You know what I'm talking about, baby Larry. How are you gonna let a man in the feds outdo you? You can't even beat me up crawling backwards. You're gonna have to get your hand and stick game up before you could do some to my fan supporters and loved ones holding me down every day. Keep keeping it solid. I promise it doesn't go unnoticed. I see everything and got something special for all word is law. The rest of you guys are done. Keep hating false advertising and backbiting. It's up and it's stuck like a treehouse. I'm touching down. I got a Dorito on my shoulder. I'm going 100% on you guys.
When I got signed, but I'm gonna tell you before I got signed, like breaking news. The verse on breaking news made everybody go crazy. And folks started saying I'm their favorite rapper already, so I'm gonna stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just made me go harder.
So the success kind of gave you the confidence to really keep it up?
Yeah, they rocking with me for sure.
Man.
It's in my first verse.